Hello everyone, welcome back to Crossword. Today is Thursday, January 23rd. Let's get started here. Tavern Regular. Don't know. Bit of haunted house decor. A mummy. Remove some bugs from. Louse. See if the crosses make sense. Football powerhouse in the SEC. Southeastern Conference, I guess. LSU is in that? Well, no, wait. FSU. I don't know. I don't know where Southeastern is. But FSU exists. They might be a powerhouse. Who knows? Eastern currency, the yen. Classic line from the Dick and Jane series. Oops, I spelled yen wrong. See something run. Maybe it's, oops. Maybe it's see spot run. We're putting a pot in here. Either of two diverging in a Robert Frost poem. Well, I saw two paths diverged, I think. Two, I think this is, if you're to something, you are oh so that thing, and that comes up somewhat often in the crossword. Oh, although a tavern regular is a bar fly, so maybe it is LSU. Horse racing measurements. They measure stuff in furlongs. Roads? Two roads diverge? See something run, right? See, I don't know. Maybe Dick and Jane is a different thing. I guess I'm thinking of C spot run. Like, is C to Jane? I don't know. Dick and Jane is probably a different thing. Anyway, if you are to something, you are overly. You are, I don't know. Singers who co-starred in the '78 film Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club. That's like related to the Beatles, isn't it? Are they singers? I guess. So it's looking like D-Louse after all. All over again. I believe you can say de novo. Lounges, do we want sofas maybe? Like many shots in soccer. Well, they're on goal. Yeah, definitely not figuring out everything in this area yet. Oh, either of two would be a road, of course. Not roads. Either of the two of them is a road. Oh, if you something too, you have something also. So maybe this is a spot or a pot. I don't know. See something run? Is that a thing? How is there sofas? One might be worthy or formidable. A foe? The Bee Gees? Are they involved in that? Avec, maybe? This looks French. I don't know what plaisir means. But avec is French for with, so with pleasure maybe is what this says. Yeah, that seems plausible. Something adequate is so-so. Hurdle for a future PhD, a GRE. Blank chips, snacks from Hawaii? I don't know. Corn chips? So this I think this is like C-spot run somehow in some way I don't understand. And this is a pot in the road? I don't know. Beethoven work initially dedicated to Napoleon. He did a lot of sonatas, but presumably they weren't all initially dedicated to Napoleon, so you can't just say sonata here. Hiring practice at a family business, say nepotism. Nepotism. So like there's pots in here somehow. I don't understand what they're doing in the Downs. Ropotad is not really a thing. But road is. So the spot is only being seen west to east. Top to bottom, it's invisible. You skip over it somehow. For some reason. And the revealer will explain to me why. Perfume ecclesiastically. I don't know. Unrefined metal sources are ores. Sunset in the west? Don't know. Motion sensing gaming device. A Wiimote. Popeye's creator? Couldn't tell you. Kapow. Bam. What Beethoven work is this? I don't know. Origine. To suppose is to imagine. It's to pretend. It's to assume. Years of decline, your dotage, are the years when you're old and useless. Perfume ecclesiastically, you don't rinse, right? Priests don't rinse for perfume. I don't know. Bit of biographical data. Age. Crossing with dotage. That's cute. Where people amass for mass? In the nave, I think, as part of a church? Taro chips? Is that a thing? Taro chips? Way. A way is an avenue with a pot in it for some reason. Are these potholes? I think they are. I see. So I thought of that when I was looking at this, but I don't think I voiced it because I didn't quite get it yet. But this is a road with a pothole in it, right? In this direction, it's a pot, and in this direction, it's just a hole in the word. So this is a kind of road. This is a road with a pothole. These are streets and these kinds of things. I see. So let's put a pot down here for the pothole. And this must be some kind of a street or a thoroughfare. But I can't think of one shaped like this without some more crosses. Pilots... Oh, actually, wait. I can, of course. Sunset Boulevard is a place in, like, West Hollywood. And it's a kind of road. Cobweb. Cons? I think to, like, consecrate, maybe? No. Eroica is a Beethoven thing. Yeah, so cons. Okay. Oops, no, sense. Oh, as in, like, incense. Huh. Or Eroica? I don't know how you pronounce it. I think it's Eroica. Popeye's creator. Eskeni. Pilot's Chronicles, they use logs. Or they write logs. Bee Dazzler? What would dazzle a bee? A petal? E in a musical mnemonic. Probably starts with E if I had to guess. Canadian province. Anne of Green Gables, Prince Edward Island. Hexagon. I don't know what any of this shit is. Event? Probably not. Evert, maybe? Philippine is sly. Oh, maybe every, like, do this every bar or whatever. Exegar? I don't know what that is. Fall apart mentally. You collapse. I don't know. Land whose name meant between two rivers. Mesopotamia. Meso is between. I didn't know. Oh, is it like the Potomac River? Is the Potomac the word for Potomac? I don't even know how you say that place. Potomac River, I think. Is like Potam like a word for river in Latin or something? Interesting. Gets up. Rises. Group with a lot of intelligence, the NSA. Painter Bob Ross makes happy accidents. Advocacy org that gained prominence in 80s New York City. Beats me. Beyond cool, it is rad. Geologic formation from glacial melting. Are icebergs from glacial melting? That doesn't seem right. Word with clothes or cleaner? No idea. You come apart, you come to pieces, you come undone. Special reading, ESP, advocacy org. Don't know. Eastern currency. Well, we had the yen already. Let's have the yuan. How is that different from the won, by the way? W-O-N. Are those just different spellings of the same thing, or are they different things? I don't know. Word repeated in children's game. Duck, duck, goose. Laura Dern is in Jurassic Park, or well, was. She still is, I suppose. But only on the DVD, not really in her life. Structure with smoke flaps. A teepee. ASAP, make it snappy, sure. Prefix with color and county. Don't know. Discharge of water, e.g. An out. Welling, an out seep, an out. I don't know. Filter is to like to scrub. To. Don't know. Heavens are the skies, though. Tri-color, tri-county. Looks like scrub, but it isn't. Snow falling on blank. A mystery novel? Don't know. Bank assessment. Your risk, your credit rating, your... whether you're going to run aground on a sandbank. I don't know. Hall and Oates hit. They don't like to be called Hall and Oates, by the way. With the opening lyric, she'll only come out at night. Don't know. Sichuan bean curd dish. Something tofu? Hop tofu? Pop tofu? Old school, maybe? I don't know. Might not be tofu. Early PM times in brief. Those are afts. I think it is something tofu. Arrangement for an heir, perhaps. A trust? You hate something, you detest it. Clothes and cleaner. Ice something, it looks like. Is ACT UP an advocacy group or something? ACLU-P? I'm familiar with the ACLU. I don't know what the ACLU-P would be. Snow falling on... Urang, yes. On cedars? That's a plausible title for something. Ice cone. Ice cave? That's a thing. Street clothes, street cleaner. Yes, and then we get ACT UP like I wanted. Like Mappo or Napo tofu or something? Is that a thing? Well, in the course of human events. Yeah, that... Okay. Blank school. Med school. Mappo tofu. Obstacles for a driver. Potholes. You're kidding yourself. I don't know. In the interim, meanwhile... Outflow? Filter is a screen. You screen something if you filter it. Bank assessment. An ATM fee, maybe? Man-eater? She'll only come out at night? That sounds plausible. Literary husband of Xenophromy? I don't know. Ethel? Steamed dumpling in Tibetan cuisine. Don't know. Common download. An app. Chrome. A PDF. Metal para una medalla olímpica. You gotta use oro for an Olympic medal. Gold. In the interim, for now. Ethan, okay. You're kidding yourself. Dream on. And apparently a Momo is a thing. Alright. Cute. I like the potholes. I know they're potholes, but it's just so fun to say potholes. The mini. It's only a game. Here's a pointer. I don't know. Me in a, maybe your index finger? Last word grace. Well, that's amen, so no. Main is ME. Fencing swords are pays. Fit one inside the other, you nest them. Grape, Aries, Manet or Monet, and a pointer? An arrow is a pointer. Great. Let's try grape in the Wordle today. Oof, goodness. Can we do P-E-R? P-E? It's kind of hard, right? I guess pearl could be possible? But it's wrong. Nope, the A! I used the A twice. It wasn't possible. Bleh. Bad player makes bad plays. More news at 11. I could put in a repay, but that uses an A again. Can I do... Oh, also the E would be in the wrong place. Oh, I don't know. We're gonna need another vowel besides the E, probably. I mean, not necessarily. What if you had something like this as a start? We'd have to put an E here. And I don't think there is anything that you can put after this. Like sprue is not a word. Spread needs an A in it. I want to say something like, I don't know, purse, but the P and the E are both wrong, so that's a terrible guess. Carpe, as in carpe diem. Wrong because the A and the E and the P. So blank PR does not look very promising. Because it has to be PRE. I think the only thing you could put before that would be an S. And we just discovered that doesn't work. So where does the P go? Could it go second and the R not come after it like this? You could do spear, but we know there's no A. And I don't think there's another vowel you could put in there that would make it work. Spear, right? So I don't think the P can really go second. I mean, like, maybe it could if it were like O, you know, some vowel and then the P. But, like, how could you do that? It just seems very hard. The P can't go fourth, so maybe we're looking at a P last? It still obviously could go third, but that seems less likely. Esper, huh? Magic players out there. I don't think it's a real word, though. It would nail down where the E is and help a lot with the P, although it is not very likely to be the answer, since it's not even a word. Yeah, I don't know. I like it better in the last position. I can't even think of any words that can fit this shape. If I could think of one, I would just guess it, and I'm not trying to find the best word. It's just like, what could it be at all? So now let's ask, where's the R? If we're assuming this is where the P is. Is it first or third? Third is pretty hard, right? You have to have something like D-rip or something. Re-rip. I mean, that would certainly tell us where the R's are. It's not going to be the answer, though. So I feel like it's more likely the R's at the beginning if we do this. And then I'm looking at stuff like a recap. But the E can't go second, and we can't have an A. So, like, R... If we did this, where is the E? Maybe it's fourth? Because there has to be a vowel second, really. And then if E were third, like, what vowel do you put before an E? R-I? R-I-E? Like, that's not a thing. Risp? R-O-E? Doesn't really happen. R-U-E? Rusp? So I don't really think the R wants to go first. But this still sucks. Maybe we could guess something like strep. That's a proper noun, I think, so it shouldn't be the answer, but it fits everything we know so far, right? So maybe there's something else you could do. Ends R-E-P. Like trep. Threp. I don't know. I'm going to say strep and see if they let me have it. Okay. It's a legal guess. And we found the E. So the P is second or third. We're looking at like P ends P-E-R maybe? Like poker, except the P's in the wrong place. Caper, except we can't have an A. Toper. Moper. Noper. I mean, moper is a word. You could write it, I guess. Someone who mopes. It won't be the answer, but it'll help me narrow down things a bit more. Yeah, so it is P-E-R. Hyper? That's a word, I guess. Wiper? Yeah, I think I ruined it by guessing moper here. And also pearl. They were both bad guesses. Yeah, it doesn't like paper. Indeed, Piper would have been... Or it doesn't like pearl. Piper would have been much better, yeah. Strep, sure, I knew that was not so great. Moper's terrible. Hyper sucks. Upper wiper, viper, riper. Yeah, yeah, that's a pretty dreadful performance on the Wordle. Did I do the spelling bee yesterday? I know I tried. Was that the extinction one? It was. Oblamek, Combillo, Bookmobile, and the connections. Pagan. Pagan is quite specific. Pagan and eclipse, these are like, I don't know. Easter baskets? Pagan is, Easter is pagan? Sort of. Easter is the Christian version of a pagan holiday. A top and a fedora are both hats. Things you need for a picnic. What else do you need for a picnic? A cooler, I guess? To bring drinks and stuff? You don't really have a satchel. You're using the basket for that, right? I think this is things you need for a picnic. Uh-huh. A bomber is a kind of jacket, but maybe it's a kind of hat as well? Like fedora is a kind of hat. Top and surpass as verbs are both like to be better than something, to outdo someone. You can better them as well. And I suppose you could be said to whip them. Sure. Oh, to eclipse them, of course. There's something about these like fashion statements somehow, maybe. I don't know what smarter's about. A satchel. Pagan. Pagan is a palindrome. Huh. Widen. It's like the only verb here. Like technically whip is a verb, but how can widen, like it has to be part of the purple group, right? Because all this other stuff is not really related to the meaning of the word widen at all, so it must be something to do with the shape of the word. Or a usage, a context in which the word can be used. Vixen is a female fox. I don't know what a bomber is. Is it like an animal thing? I don't really see enough of these that, yeah. So what are the things that you could plausibly say are fashion? Like these are things you could have as part of an outfit. I don't know. I'm gonna start guessing. I'm kind of lost. Apparently, I was right. An Indiana Jones costume. Uh-huh. Cute. So those are all like fashion. I mean, they're parts of an outfit, and I didn't put it together that they were specifically Indiana Jones. I mean, like, yeah, I saw the early movies. I'm not really an Indiana Jones head. I'm aware of him, but I didn't know what he wore was a fedora. I guess he does have a satchel, but it wouldn't have occurred to me. And indeed didn't. So what is this all about? I really couldn't tell you. Rhymes of U.S. presidents. I told you it was, Wyden was somehow, the shape of the word, not actually what it means at all. Pagan and Reagan, Smarter and Carter, Vixen and Nixon, Wyden and Biden. Okay. Well, that's today's puzzles. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.